local, breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
I think that a lot of people didn't really know what to do. Like, it never said school is on lockdown or anything.
USC students talking campus safety the day after gunfire inside a university building. Tonight, what we've learned about yesterday's murder-suicide and its effects on the USC community. Breaking news in that case tonight, we have just learned the identity of the shooter as Sung Hee Kwon.
She was the ex-wife of the victim, Dr. Raja Fayyad, and authorities tell us the two were divorced but had been sharing a home nonetheless until recently. WYFF News 4's Corey Davis is live and local in Columbia for us tonight. Corey?
Michael and Carol, I'm here at the center of campus on the Horseshoe here at USC, and a candlelight vigil actually wrapped up just a short while ago. Over 300 people, hundreds of people were out here to pay their respects for the professor who lost his life. And I want to show you the front page of the school newspaper, the Daily Gamecock. It kind of sums up the feeling out here. A quote from the president of the school. It says, "This is a tragic day in our history." Now, I spoke with several students on campus today, and not one had a story that was the same for how the professors handled the situation. The first step of the school's active shooter protocol says everyone must find a safe room that has a lock on it. Now, right now, the university isn't answering any of my questions on how or even if the instructors are trained to handle active shooter situations. I spoke with a student who was being taught by a teacher assistant at this time of the shooting. Her class was able to lock the doors, but she still didn't feel safe in her classroom.
The concerning part was the teacher I was with, he kept teaching and almost acknowledged like nothing was going on. He kept teaching the classroom, so that was concerning. And you know, everybody's trying to get a hold of parents and friends and seeing if everybody's okay. And, you know, he actually made the comment to us to put our cell phones away, even though we were getting this information through our cell phones.
No, this isn't the first shooting that happened on the campus of USC. The last shooting happened 31 years ago at a fraternity party on campus in a dorm. Now, the university's protocol for handling an active shooter situation can be found on the website of the campus police. Reporting live tonight from Columbia, I'm Corey Davis, WYFF News 4.
All right, Corey, thank you. Now, Dr. Raja Fayyad was an associate professor, a graduate director, and head of the Applied Physiology Division. Dr. Fayyad was known as an expert in cancer and cancer research. He came to USC in 2008, got his medical degree in Syria. Students rated him as an excellent professor, saying he was laid back and loved the material he taught.
And it was just total shock because I was actually in his office the day before it all happened. And we sat down and spoke for a good 45 minutes, and just like sitting there and hearing that it was him and he had passed away and been shot, all like the memories and like all our conversations and meetings like flooded back.
Again, just about 15 minutes ago, the Richland County Coroner's Office released the identity of the shooter as Sung Hee Kwon, 46 years old. We've learned, of course, that she is the Dr. Fayyad's ex-wife.
When parents of USC students found out about the shooting, it sent them into a panic. We spoke with the mother of a journalism student who could not get a hold of her daughter after the alert. Yolanda Smith says she was frantic and was getting flooded with phone calls from other family members asking if her daughter was okay.
Anytime something happens in either one of those cities, you just automatically, go into a panic mode because you're like, please don't let it be my child. You don't want it to happen to anybody, but please don't let it happen to my child.
Smith eventually did get in touch with her daughter, but says she is still on edge today, especially whenever her phone rings.
Well, usually they are rivals, of course, but today Clemson University wanted to show support for the University of South Carolina. WYFF News 4's Mandy Gaither, live and local in our Anderson newsroom tonight. Mandy, this was a big deal on social media today, right?
Right. The hashtag was all over the place. 2 schools, 1 state. On the campus of Clemson University, Friday means solid orange, but today some garnet and black were peeking through.
I wouldn't want that to happen here, so just showing support.
Not everyone wore Gamecock colors, but many Clemson students and faculty did, hoping to send a message to their rivals to the south.
I got a lot of friends down at USC. I posted on Facebook, go Gamecocks. It really is one state. As much as a big deal the rivalry is, You know, I have a lot of good friends down there.
This picture shows Garnet within Clemson's Department of Public Health Sciences, where 6 of their faculty members graduated from the program at the University of South Carolina and continue to work closely with colleagues there. Many encouraged to wear these colors on social media.
Well, my best friend goes to USC, and directly when I heard about it, I texted her and made sure she was okay. But I just saw it on Twitter, and so that's what I put on this morning.
We know, like, that it sucks having someone die, and that just because we're rivals doesn't mean we can't show each other support.
In tragedy, a bitter rivalry doesn't matter. While the two schools are 130 miles apart, that's something each campus can agree on.
And when Clemson student Tucker Hipps died in September, there was a lot of orange worn in Columbia as well. Mandy Gaither, WYFF News 4 live in the Anderson newsroom.
WYFF News 4 investigates at some of the biggest colleges and universities in the upstate how they alert staff and students of a threat on campus. Coming up later on WYFF News 4, why people on campus may not receive these alerts automatically.
Gabby, thank you. Of course, we'll continue to bring you the latest on this investigation as we learn it. You'll find constant updates at WYFF4.com as well as our mobile app and on our Facebook and Twitter pages as well. And if you haven't signed up for our breaking news alerts, be sure to do so right away.
A man charged in another man's death in the parking lot of Skateland USA has pleaded guilty to the crime. Christian Lopez pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter and attempted armed robbery, among other charges. Investigators say back in October 2013, Chauncey Cunningham was shot in the head in the Skateland USA parking lot in Anderson. Lopez faces up to 60 years in prison when he is sentenced. But the judge has delayed sentencing until charges are resolved against the other 3 suspects in this case, Sean Johnson, Roger Rowland, and Michaela Page Christensen. All 3 are charged with murder. Prosecutors say Lopez will testify against them.
Former race car driver Ralph Carnes went before a judge in Anderson today for violating his probation. Carnes pleaded guilty back in October to committing a lewd act on a minor. He was sentenced to 8 years, suspended to 3 years probation, and officials say Carnes violated that probation when he went to a Christmas light festival where children could have been present. The victim's grandmother spoke to WYFF News 4 after the hearing today. We're not revealing her identity to protect the victims.
She's got to live with it forever. He's got 8 years, but she's got to deal with it forever, and we're having to deal with the child and help her. We're paying the price for his crime.
The judge today sentenced Carnes to 2 weekends in jail for violating that probation. Anderson County deputies need your help finding this woman. Deputies tell us Karen LeBlanc used stolen credit cards of clients at the Anderson County Disabilities and Special Needs Board. The clients there rely on those accounts as their only source of income. If you know where to find Karen LeBlanc, call the Anderson County Sheriff's Office tonight right away.